Hey there, Liz here at Hook's Greenhouse. I'm here in Veggie Land. I have some great vegetables that you can plant now. We do have tomatoes and peppers out, but these are things that you can actually get into your garden right now. So I have with me some onions, some lettuce, I've got kale, this is a great one, a purple broccoli, and I have lots of cabbages. So these have all been hardened off, so they're good for your gardens. If you're going to get a heavy freeze, you might want to put a sheet on them, but they can take a light frost. So if you're really getting the itch to put something in the ground and get a little dirty, these are great things. So we have some yellow sweet Spanish onions. These ones here have been heavily seeded. You can plant them individually as they're in a 6-pack. You can plant them. You can plant them about 6 to 8 inches apart. Some people will separate each one of these and they'll still plant them 6 to 8 inches apart. That is fine, you'll get bigger onions. But if you want to, you can just plant them as they are. Let them grow up and harvest the biggest bulbs first, leaving the space for the other ones to grow. We have some lettuce here. So this is a leaf lettuce. I believe this is black seeded Simpson. This is a good flavored one. You can start harvesting these just by taking little pinches off. You can eat that in your salad. You can also take a pair of scissors and just cut off what you need for your salad that night. I would plant these probably again 6 to 8 inches apart. It's always nice to plant those in a nice straight line, and then you can always do a crop rotation. Plant these first, wait a week or two, plant another crop, and that way you can have lettuce for the early part of the season. I have some kale. This is a curled Scotch kale. This one needs a little bit more space, so I'd probably say plant it 12 to 18 inches apart, and that will get nice and big. And then you just kind of harvest. I always harvest not quite the top growth, kind of the middle growth, and just snap off leaves as it's ready. This is great if it does get frosted. It gets a little bit sweeter. And this is kind of a neat one. This is a purple broccoli. I grew it last year. I had lots of crops of broccoli. It'll make a first big head. You cut that off when it's ready, and then it'll make secondary side shoots that you can keep harvesting throughout the season. So good flavor. We have normal broccoli too. We have this great cabbage here, Bravo. That's our favorite. It gets to be a pretty good size head, and then what's nice about it is it's a really solid, heavy head, but it doesn't usually crack like some of the old-fashioned cabbages. So if you plant cabbage now, you should be able to get a second crop in your garden. So as soon as you harvest them, the plant itself will be done. Then you can just rip out those plants and plant another crop of cabbage. We have late flat Dutch, which is a later variety. It is flat like the name says. A lot of people really enjoy that old-fashioned one. Stonehead is a smaller headed cabbage. It's an old-fashioned one. It's good as well. I still like Bravo a little better. So we have a red cabbage. That's a really nice one. I love having that mixed into like your salads. You can put a little bit of red cabbage in there for color. It's great. Anything in that red, those red vegetables are always super nutritious. Lots of vitamin C and vitamin K. We've got lots of broccoli. This Diplomat is a great one. It'll send up a big, giant head of broccoli, and then it will give you side shoots that are a really good size too. So I plant this in the fall, and then I could almost harvest it clear till December with just a steady flow of broccoli. I almost get sick of it. We have cauliflower. This is a nice variety that we've had for several years. Cauliflower, you do have to bring up the leaves. You tie them at the top, and that's how you get a nice bright white cauliflower. If you were to leave it open, it can sometimes turn to a yellowy color. It'll still taste fine. It's just not as good as if you were to tie it up and have that bright white cauliflower. We got Brussels sprouts. more kale, lots of lettuce, radishes, beets. Those are all good things that you can plant in your garden now. I also have potatoes. A lot of people have been planting potatoes. These ones are size B, which means that they're smaller ones. This is my favorite. This is all blue. It's usually pretty hard to find, but it is a solid blue potato all the way through. So I would probably plant these 8 to 10 inches apart. You'll just plant that whole potato in the ground, and then as the shoots come up, you keep hilling it over until you have a nice mound on your potato row. And then once it gets to be about 12 inches high, then you can let your potato continue to grow and leaf out, and then you can harvest early if you want some new potatoes, or you could wait till fall. I also brought up some onion sets. These have been going pretty fast. So if you wanted a different way to plant onions, you can take these bulbs, plant them maybe 3 to 4 inches apart. And there is a top. You can see where they're starting to sprout. You plant top side up, cover it with soil, and then these will grow up and become bigger, nicer. You can see in that picture. You can have nice big balls of onions. We have white, and I believe we have red. These are good storage onions, so if you want to try to get those to last for the winter season, you can plant them now, harvest them later, and carry them on through winter. I also have some peas and beans that we can seed now. That's a great thing to do in your garden. Just make a nice little row. This one's a bush bean. And whenever we grow them here in the flats, we always use Blue Lake. So it's a nice bushy variety of beans with a good flavor. Doesn't get too tough. And then this is a snap pea. This one's actually a pretty good trailer. So lots of things that you can do right now in your garden. I know a lot of people are getting the itch to plant tomatoes, peppers. You can. A lot of people are nervous that we're going to sell out. We have lots of crops of peppers and tomatoes, but if you really want to get some in the ground or in some dirt, have them grow up, you can always pot them in a bigger pot and keep kind of sizing up until you have a nice solid plant so that you can be the first one in your neighborhood to have some tomatoes. So hope this was good and informational. So have fun getting dirty. Bye.